ice cream, bring that ice, boy.
Going in, shots up, cut it down, top up, run around, gotcha.
Welcome to Iron. My name is Jess and I'm here to show you some of my favorite squat variations. The first one we're going to start with are pin squats. Pin squats are one of my favorites for a few reasons. One of them being that they allow you to improve power out of the bottom of the squat by starting the concentric phase without the stretch reflex. This is great because a lot of times people will get stuck on the way up from the squat. This allows you to work on getting stronger out of the bottom of the squat without using stretch reflex because you can't just bounce out of the hole. So you have to really pause on the bottom and then be explosive on the way up. Another one of my favorite variations is the Duffalo bar squat. Duffalo bar is great if you're squatting multiple times a week, which I currently am for my powerlifting meet that's coming up. My program has me squatting 3 times a week, and I tend to develop some tendinitis in my elbows. So the Duffalo bar is a great tool to help work through that. It helps reduce some of the stress that is put on your shoulders and elbows on a traditional straight bar. It allows you to still get tight on your back, but your arms are in a little bit more of a comfortable position. Set the pins lower. This is going to ensure that when you step back, you don't have to tippy toe. Another thing to keep in mind about the Duffalo bar is it weighs 55 pounds. Another one of my favorite variations are the Eccentric Isometric squats. I learned this one from Dr. Seedman. We'll attach a link to his article below. This is basically a squat where you're controlling the eccentric or the descending portion of the lift, also called the negative. So you want to descend at about a 7-second count. Then once you get to the bottom of the squat, you want to pause in that position for about 5 seconds and then explosively come up. When you take the 7-second descend, it allows you to really intensely focus on proper squat mechanics, driving your hips back, spreading the floor apart, creating torque in the floor, really making sure your back is staying tight, everything, because you've got 7 seconds to get down to the bottom. Do about 2 to 4 reps here because the tempo is so slow. If you're just learning how to squat, your knees caving in, or you're falling too far forward during your squat, or if maybe your squat technique is like not the best, you need some help. Then this is a movement for you. Start off lighter. I would say about 50% of your 1 rep max is a good spot. If you don't know your 1 rep max, that's okay. Just start way lighter than you normally would. Start with the barbell. See how that feels. Slowly work your way up.
My name is Vera, and I'm going to show you my favorite squat variation, the front squat. The reason why I love the front squat is because my main squat is a low bar, wide stance squat, which is going to put a lot more emphasis on your posterior chain, your hamstrings and your glutes. Your hamstrings and glutes are more the prime movers. The front squat is a little bit different in that you can get a little bit deeper range of motion, you have more quad activation, and also you have an interior load, so the weight is placed in front of you versus behind you. This is going to change the whole angle of your trunk. You're going to have to maintain a more upright torso. You have to stabilize your core a lot more. So the reason why I like incorporating the front squat is because what I'm missing with my low bar wide stance squat, I'm hitting with my front squat. Also, so there's 2 ways to grip a front squat. You have the clean grip, you have a cross grip. Cons about this grip, the bar is going to be uneven. Secondly, it's not as secure if you have the clean grip. A lot of issues people have with the clean grip is wrist flexibility, because basically you have to have your wrist bent all the way back like this, which is very, very uncomfortable for a lot of people. So when I first started out using the clean grip, it was very uncomfortable, but what I did to help alleviate that problem was every time I went to the gym, I would just rack it. And if you want to increase wrist flexibility, just hold this there. Every time you go to the gym, just do a couple of those holds, and eventually your wrist flexibility will increase. So once you get your clean grip, when you unrack, you want to keep your elbows high. And when you drive your elbows high, you're going to create a shelf with your front delt and your upper pecs. And as you're driving up, I want you to imagine that you're pushing your elbows to the ceiling as you are coming up, because a lot of times what happens with the front squat is that the elbows kind of dip down a little bit. When you don't have your elbows driving upwards, you're not going to have as stable as a shelf. So you want to make sure as you're coming up from the bottom of the front squat, you're driving your elbows up as well.
50 bar squats,
This squat variation is easy on the shoulders. It can help build your deadlift. The cambered part of the bar dumps you forward, forcing you to stay upright. This replicates the back position during a deadlift and really forces you to strain to stay in that position.
The leverage squat machine is an awesome piece of equipment to help build strength and size in the lower body without putting unnecessary stress on the back and knees. The footplate angle allows you to isolate your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and even calves, which will be beneficial if you're trying to add volume to your training.
The hip belt squat. Due to the placement of the belt on the hips, the load is transferred from your back in a traditional barbell squat to your hips and legs in the hip belt squat. This exercise is similar to a leg press or hack squat machine, but it may have more carryover to the barbell squat due to the fact that you have the ability to do a freestanding squat.
Hop up, run around, gotcha. Go hard, flocker. Energy, matcha. Dikembe, blocker. Squad up, roster. Space Jam,